Okay. All right. We're going to show you what the answers for 2.7 would be. That is these evens, 10 through 26 there, 12 through 28 there. All right. One at a time. The first one, number 10. 10 was the equation. Y is greater than or equal to x. This is number 10. So to graph that, I would think about the equation y equals x. They're very similar. That is this line right here. Well, pretend that went through the origin, because that's what I tried to do. That's the line y equals x. Well, y greater than or equal to x is the same thing. It's also solid, goes through the origin, is at a 45 because it has a slope of up 1 over 1. In fact, I'll just pretend like I have a point right there. Rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. Hopefully you know how to graph y equals x. That is the parent function of basic linear equations. So the only thing that would be different if you wanted to graph this one correctly is I would need to do what? Shade above or below? Shade above. So the shading would be above. Those are the things you'd have to do to graph that one. All right, number 12. And I'm good at drawing coordinate planes. Look at that. Number 12 is y is less than 2. What I do is I think about what does the equation y equals 2 look like. Y equals 2 is I come down 1, 2, and I would have a horizontal line. That is, thank you. I did that just to see if anybody was noticing, because I wasn't. I need students in the room that will do that right there. So don't go to -2, because there's not a negative sign on that. That's a +2. So we go up 2, and that would be a horizontal line here. It is only less than, so my line needs to be what? Dash, thank you. Had one person play along? Dash, so I'm going to make a dashed line. So it'd be a dashed line right here, all the way across where y is less than 2. Shade above or below? Below. So when you do this on your test, in order to get all the points for it, you would have to have the correct line, the correct place, and the correct shading. One of these will be on your test. All right, let's go to number 14. We'll put it right here. Oh, 14. Bring it over here in the middle of the screen. Is x is greater than 2. So I should probably go to +2 on the x-axis. Be a vertical line, right? Will that vertical line be solid or dashed? Dashed line over here. And x is greater than now this is the only line, a vertical line is the only line that you can't say above or below because it's sitting straight up and down. So it's either left or right. It's on the smaller side or the bigger side, the less than side or the greater than side. Left or right, guys? Right. This is the greater than side. Okay. Let me turn my page over to a new page of my paper to do number 16. Y is greater than -2x plus 1. I was going to graph that appropriately on a coordinate plane. I would just consider if that was just an equation. Y equals. That's slope-intercept form, isn't it, guys? Oh, my goodness. Where would I start? At +1. Jaden, I like your appreciation for slope-intercept form. You know how it works. We'd go to there. This would be a downhill line, wouldn't it? Well, I'm gonna just go up 2 points, left 1, or you go down 2, right 1. On your test, you'd have to be able to demonstrate that slope, and this would be another dashed line. Right, Wesley? Yes, sir. So a lot of parts to consider when you make these on your own paper. When you're looking at your own paper, there's a lot of things you have to think about. Then I have to think above or below. What would y'all do? Above would be on this side, just like if that was a ladder leaned against, if this line was a ladder leaned against a wall, down here is below the ladder, this is above the ladder. All right, let's go to 18. Try that one. 18 is the equation 4x plus 2y less than or equal to 8. What form is that in for 5 imaginary bonus points? Standard, thank you. You just won 5 imaginary bonus points. Don't forget you do have some real ones. That's the ugly standard form. Let's rearrange it by doing algebra. What? Un momento. Look, Batman got hit. That's what happens when Batman gets a windshield. Hold on, we can fix this. Take my Z offset. Way too low. Okay. Now, I'll reprint. This is what happens to Batman when he's on drugs. Good notice back there. Oh. All right, and we're back. We're back. We're back to number 18. Apologize for the delay. Do a little algebra. Subtract 4x across. That's always what you want to do first. I still have students that struggle with that from time to time. You can't divide the 2 until you move the 4x over. Then you can divide the 2 to both sides, and you'd have y less than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. That would be the 18 standard form equation and slope-intercept form. That tells me to go up to 4, put a point, and the slope of negative 2, so I'd go down 2 over 1. Is that right, guys? Down 2 over 1. We do that again. And this would be a solid line because of the equal to sign, and I would shade above or below. Hey, if you got number 18 right, good job. Because you had to do some stuff to get there, didn't you? Okay, now number 20. 20 is another 4y minus 2x. There we go. 20 is now on the screen. 4y minus 2x greater than or equal to 4. Move the x over. 4y greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. I added it over there. I didn't show you that step. I'm sorry. Divide the 4 to both sides. Y would be greater than or equal to 1/2 x plus 1. 4 over 4 is 1. 2 over 4 is 1/2. So that on a coordinate plane looks like a y-intercept of 1 and a slope of 1/2, so it means rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. That is also solid. What were we shading at? Above. Hey guys, if you can get 18 or 20, those look like good test questions to me. I don't know. I don't know. Can you rearrange the equations? Can you pay attention to signs? That was pretty good ones. Now we're at 22. 22 is what kind of a graph? What kind of a graph? Absolute value. What does an absolute value look like? A V. We spent 2.5 and 2.6 messing with those. So my vertex has been shifted or translated. Which direction? Right? 2. So there's the vertex. So if you were to put this one on if I gave you this one on a test, you'd have to come over to, is it been stretched or shrunk? No. So I'd expect your lines to go at 45s, and I can display that right there. This is over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1. Same thing on that side. Man, I just made solid lines. I'm glad I paid attention. I wasn't paying attention, but the equal to sign saved me right there. This could be solid or dashed, just like the others. And I would shade below. That looks like a beard on a mouth. Any questions on 22? All right, we're almost there. 3 more. 24. Y less than. Hey, I better pay attention. There comes another dashed line. The absolute value of x minus 2. Logan, where does my vertex move to? Minus 2. What does that mean? Move left 2, right 2, up 2, down 2? That's what I want you to tell me. Go down, down 2. Is this V graph opening up or opening down? Is it reflected? Open up or open down? Well, you only know if there's a negative sign here. Oh, there's no negative sign. There's no reflection, so we still open up. At the 45s, it's still up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. It's not been stretched or shrunk. Ah, I did it. Ah, I did it. Ah. Ah. Monkeys. That was supposed to be dashed. I'm going to write dashed, but looks solid. It's dashed, but gives the appearance of a solid line. Darn it, guys. Josh, you let me do it. I told y'all not to let me do that. I know. It's hard to stop the stupidity of the teacher. Hey, can y'all help me with the right shading? Shade below. Shade below. There it is. 26, we're almost done. Hang in there, guys. Y greater than or equal to 1 to 6x minus 3. Where's my vertex? Down 3. There's no horizontal shift, because if you think about there's no h. Think about the other part, the negative b over m. If there's no h, there's no b. B and h are the same thing. So if there's no b there, b would be 0. And 0 divided by anything, and the m in this case is 1/6. 0 divided by anything is what? 0. So there is no horizontal shift. But we do go down 3. 1, 2, 3. This is not reflected. You will still open up. But so there could be an A in front, or there could be an M there. Both of them deal with stretching or flattening out for shrinking. This one will be very flat or very wide of a V, right? You would have to go up 1, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to just say it's there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6. There. Solid line. So if I was to put that on a test, I would expect you to be able to show rise 1, run 6, and shade above. Hey, if you got that one right, good job. There was a lot to think about there. And the last one. 3x less than or equal to 5y. Well, this one's just backwards. I need to divide the 5. I got to get the y by itself. 3/5 x less than or equal to y, which can be written as y what? And that's what I would do. If I was going to graph it, I would turn around, put my y first, pay attention to my inequality, because that's the only way the inequality works as far as above or below, is if the y is first. So if you got this one right, I would like to look around the room and see how many got this right. Where is my y-intercept? The origin. Very good, Wesley. We rise 3. We run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! Woohoo! Solid line. Shade above. There it is. That's your answers. Be ready for your test on Tuesday. We'll start studying. Have a good weekend.